phrases can be pretty powerful for kids to help them get going on things. And I think it's also just really important for kids to have like a mantra that they have memorized and that they can kind of fall back on during struggles. So that's sort of the idea behind this next toolbox strategy. A kickoff phrase is a mantra or a phrase that triggers you to get motivated, and you can use it in a lot of different ways. I try to encourage kids to use a few different strategies and then ultimately memorize it so that we can kind of fall back on that phrase as a reminder of something that they're working on. Some keys to the kickoff phrase is to make it visual by writing it. And it can be on Post-its spread out all over the place. It could be on mirrors. It could be nice and big on a chalkboard. There's also a great program called Adobe Spark Post.
Right.
Where you can do, and we'll have some examples in a minute here, where you can make like cool posters and make it look even more inspiring. It's important for students to choose their unique phrase. And sometimes they need to do a little strategizing, a little bit of research to find a phrase that really speaks to them. Examples of some kickoff phrases. These have been made with Adobe Spark. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, Beth?
Yeah. The reason why I brought it, I think it's important to bring up, is that there's a variety of different programs out there where you can make your own graphics and make your own images. These are just, Adobe Spark is cheap. It's free. How much more cheap can you get than that? Put in a phrase onto a picture you took, or you take something that's copyright free online and you throw it into the program and put your own phrase in it and print it out, laminate it, do whatever you want. But sometimes that's more motivating for kids when they have a pretty cool graphic that they might have ownership over, or that really resonates with them.
Yeah, and they can put these graphics anywhere. Even like, just as you were talking, I was thinking about, like, you can put it on the background of your phone, or a kid could put it on the background of their phone. So every time they pick up their phone, they're seeing this motivating message. And it doesn't, I mean, once you go in that direction, your phone can say all kinds of things to you and you pick it up, like, put it back down. You don't need to open this right now. I did that for a while on my own phone. Like,
it's like, what are you doing?
Opening this phone right now? So every time I'd pick up my phone to try to swipe, I'd be like, oh, maybe not, and put it down. But the key is to make it appealing for your student to memorize and start to rely on a phrase that could be important to them.
That visual part is really important. Yeah.
Yeah. So for our toolbox strategy, this document just really sort of helps students figure out what phrase is theirs, what phrase matters to them. So we have some phrases that are common ones and ones that we tend to find students like, because a lot of times I ask students, well, what's your kickoff phrase? What mantra means something to you? And they're kind of like, I don't know. I have no idea. And they don't really know where to start. So this list is some good ones that kids tend to like. And then we ask students to do their own, add their own there at the bottom. And then ultimately there's a document just with a frame around it for your student to write their mantra out kind of nice and big and post it somewhere where they'll see it. And I would encourage them to put it on Post-its, put it on their phone, put it wherever so that they see it in lots of different places.
Yep.
I also love the phrase, when there's a hill to climb, don't think waiting will make it smaller. And I use that phrase all the time when I am checking in with my students that I work with. And they're like, well, I know I said that I'd get to my math right now, but I really can't. It's like, it's not going away. The only way to make it smaller is to climb it. So I love it.
Those are great phrases.